Good evening, fellow Stanford scholars. Today, I'd like to present to you KarmaPage. KarmaPage is separated into two distinct segments. The first segment being Karma College, and the second being Karma Corporate. KarmaPage enriches company culture of world-renowned corporations, increases the intangible asset of goodwill for universities and corporations, and helps clients achieve a higher karma and lead a better life. I'll explain how in the slides to follow. As I mentioned, KarmaPage is separated into two distinct segments. Let's talk about Karma College and some of the Karma College's features. Share your success. With Karma College, you have the opportunity to share your success. Examples are if you receive a 4.0 GPA within your university, if you are placed on the magna cum laude list, or if you're the lead quarterback of the university and you take your team to win the championship. Those are great posts or videos for sharing your success. Spread your karma. Spread your karma has been designed for people who love to volunteer. We really want to give kudos and accolades to anyone who volunteers at hospitals, homeless shelters, soup kitchens, or does some pro bono tutoring within a K-12 environment for impoverished school districts. And finally, show videos within your university. Fraternities and sororities, during Russian season, they sometimes do some pretty cool stuff. That's something that they will be able to, on KarmaPage, any of the events that they do, they'd be able to post those videos right to KarmaPage and explain what's going on and why this is happening. Or any homecoming games from the university, those are fairly significant, so that's a video that could be properly posted on KarmaPage. Frat Chat. Frat Chat is designed to help fraternity brothers communicate throughout from university to university via instant messaging, video messaging, and chat. The great thing about Frat Chat is you do not have to go to the same university to talk to someone that is in your same fraternity. For example, Alpha Delta Gamma from Stanford can easily use Frat Chat to communicate with an Alpha Delta Gamma from Harvard. The locker room. The locker room has been designed with college athletes in mind. It is the place for college athletes to share different information about the game, highlights, things they could have done better, things they are willing to achieve on, in a friendly, athletic environment. So the lead basketball player can become best friends with the #1, the MVP of the baseball team. Unlike Frat Chat, you cannot go from university to university with the locker room. It's strictly for within your university, for you as an athlete to gain a better experience with other athletes within your university. Now, sorority sync, very similar to Frat Chat, but for sorority girls. This gives them the opportunity to share videos, instant message, and chat with other sorority girls from their same sorority that attend different universities. For example, a sorority girl at the University of Illinois that is in Delta Gamma Delta can easily use sorority sync to instant message or video chat with the sorority girl at UC Berkeley of Delta Gamma Delta. Additional features, buy a virtual apple for your favorite professors. A virtual apple denotes that a professor did an outstanding job during a lecture, was able to offer some free tutoring, or even gave the class an additional day to turn in an assignment. Each virtual apple does have a price of $5. However, half of the proceeds will go to charity, such as public libraries and K-12 schools within impoverished neighborhoods. After any professor receives at least 250 virtual apples, they'll be upgraded to become a silver apple professor. As a silver apple professor, they have the opportunity to make posts on the university's KarmaPage about how to enrich the learning experience within the university. After receiving a minimum of 1,000 apples, the teacher is then finally upgraded to become the coveted golden apple. As a golden apple professor, you have the opportunity to post a 20-minute video of your favorite lecture. And the great thing is, not only can everyone within your university see this, everyone within your university's division can see this. For example, a professor that has a golden apple at Oxford can be seen by students and other professors of anyone within the Ivy League, or anyone at Cambridge, or anyone at Stanford. The same follows for premier. With the Premier Universities Agreement, any Premier University professor that receives a golden apple can have their lecture viewed and commented on, and receive kudos and accolades from any other student or professor at Premier Universities. Karma College offers internships and Karma Funds. Karma Funds is a new exciting way to receive payment or make payment to anyone within your university. During undergrad, I did have a roommate who, unfortunately, sometimes she did not pay her portion of the rent on time, and I would pay it for her. So I would ask her about a week after the rent was due, hey, do you have the money that I paid for you? Sometimes she would say no. And I would ask her 2 weeks later, and at that time it was kind of cumbersome for me and a little bit of a burden. And finally she would say, yes, I do have the rent now. With Karma Funds, you don't have to worry about asking. If someone borrows something as simple as $20 for a movie ticket, 1 week after they borrow, they receive a notification saying, on June 17th, you borrowed $20 from Janet. Would you like to politely pay Janet back the $20 for that movie ticket? Please choose yes or no. And if the person chooses no, they have to write a comment as to why they choose no. Then, once you receive the notification, you'll receive why they chose no, and they will receive a second notification 1 week later. Same type of politeness will be displayed, and hopefully by the time they receive that second notification, they just choose yes, and you receive all of your funding back. With Karma Funds, scholars can also receive their money from their parents. I know towards the end of the quarter or semester, sometimes funding gets low. With Karma Funds, parents can pay or loan money to their children. All right, yearly commencement or ceremony video. I know that this year Mark Zuckerberg will be doing the commencement video at Stanford University. At Harvard University, not Stanford. And with KarmaPage, if Harvard had a KarmaPage at that time, everyone at Harvard would be able to watch the commencement ceremony live and watch Mark Zuckerberg do a fantastic job. You'll be able to watch, obviously, the valedictorian make the final speech for the commencement ceremony. In 2005, Steve Jobs, the late great Steve Jobs, I should say, gave the commencement ceremony here at Stanford. And if KarmaPage existed then, I would have loved to have that live and have everyone at Stanford be able to watch that commencement ceremony, because that was breathtaking and earth-shattering. Bless Steve Jobs and his soul, and the family as well. Now let's talk about some of the divisions within Karma College. There are 4 different types of divisions. The first division is Karma Elite. This is designed for Ivy League universities, plus Stanford, Oxford, and Cambridge. Karma Elite offers features such as being connected with HR recruiting to Karma Diamond and Karma Gold corporations. You have the opportunity to present your business plan to venture capitalists and volunteer for global internships with scholars from other elite universities. Karma Premier, Northwestern University, UC Berkeley, University of Chicago, and MIT. They have the opportunity to have HR connections for recruiting with Karma Gold corporations. They can collaborate and share their ideas with scholars from other premier universities. I'd like to add an additional tidbit about the volunteering for the global internships. Since this is open to all of the elite universities, being able to volunteer with someone from Harvard and Oxford and Cambridge, you'll be able to learn about their university and their walk of life as well. Some of the countries that I will have, the KarmaPage will be hosting the elite internship are Dubai, Qatar, Singapore, Japan, China, England, and France, just to name a few. Karma Plus. Karma Plus is for Duke, UCLA, NYU, and Purdue. There are several other universities that fall within the Karma Plus bracket, but I just want to name some of the, just name a few of those. Karma Plus will receive connections, HR connections to Karma Silver and Karma Bronze for recruitment. And finally, all other universities, whether they be small universities or universities that just didn't require as high of an ACT or SAT score for admittance, will be under the Karma College bracket and receive all the features that were mentioned in the previous slides without any of the elite, premier, nor plus features. Now that I've given you a brief overview of Karma College, let's talk about Karma Corporate. Karma Corporate is separated into 4 divisions. The first division is Karma Diamond, Karma Gold, Karma Silver, and Karma Bronze being division number 4. Karma Corporate features CEO monthly, quarterly, and annual video. This is a great time for the company CEO to really boost company morale. He can give a video of him explaining that the company was 120% to goal for the quarter. And he can do a projection business plan and present that of how he's going to get the company to 140% projected goal for the next quarter. Or he can do something as simple as wearing a Christmas hat at Christmas time and wishing all of the employees a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday, and explaining that they've had a great year and that the holiday bonus checks will be right in the mail. Karma Corporate also offers Office Instant Messaging, the opportunity to share your success, which is quite similar to Karma College. However, with Karma Corporate, you can share when you become married or when you have a child. Those 2 things are very huge life-altering events, and I want your peers to be able to give you accolades and kudos for those. You can also spread your karma. Yet again, this is a great way to volunteer. Volunteering at a hospital, volunteering at a soup kitchen, or helping a homeless person. This will raise the intangible asset of goodwill within the corporation. A corporation with 30,000 people and 15,000 or 20,000 of them volunteering maybe $50 to $100 per year, that's worth something, and that increases the intangible asset of goodwill. Show videos within your organization. Some organizations do corporate challenges. When I worked for a technology company, I got the opportunity to pay for and do Chase Corporate Challenge. I believe the money did go to charity. It was just a great way to bond with my fellow colleagues and do a 5K, which I personally had never done before. And, you know, some of the money went to charity, like I said. So videos such as those can be easily posted and shared. We recommend that you share things like that on the Karma Corporate page. Karma Funds. Karma Funds for corporation are very similar to Karma Funds for college. However, with Karma Corporate, you cannot receive any funding from parents, obviously. I can recall, while working at the technology company, we would have these huge company dinners, team dinners. Sometimes the team dinners would be over $10,000, and there was always one person on the team who would put out his American Express card and say, "Hey, I'm paying for this, guys. Don't worry about it. You know, I'm putting this on my card." And realistically, it's because he wanted all the points. And for people like that, he's an awesome person, and I'm sure there are more people like him. Now, with Karma Funds, there is a great way to repay those type of people. You can say, "Hello, thank you, Ryan, for paying for last night's dinner. Here is the money for my portion," via a nice notification and payment through Karma Funds. Karma Funds will also have a work-life balance calendar. In all honesty, as of right now, I am someone who works over 90 hours per week. So I pretty much just have a work. I don't have an actual life. But for those of you who raise children, who have to attend soccer games, who go to piano recitals, the work-life calendar on KarmaPage will be seamless, sleek, and simple to use. Now let's talk about some of the features of Karma Diamond, the first division within Karma Corporate. Karma Diamond offers concierge. I'm not sure if any of you have used concierge, but I love checking into a 5-star hotel, going to the concierge desk and saying, hey, what is the best restaurant in town? I'm not from here. Not only will the concierge desk tell you what the best restaurant is, the people there will also make the reservation for you. It's fantastic. 5-star hotel partnerships. As I mentioned, I do love 5-star hotels. I do have experience from checking in and staying at the Trump, the Ritz-Carlton, the Four Seasons. I've had high tea and lunch at the Peninsula, and I've had a business lunch at the Waldorf Astoria. I do highly recommend everyone for at least one time in their life to check into a 5-star hotel and just to get the experience. It is a lifetime experience. You don't have to use 5-star every single time you go to a hotel because realistically, it's not cheap. But at least once in your life, get the experience and then you'll understand the difference. Karma Diamond features also NASDAQ, Dow Jones, options, commodities, and international market viewing for Karma Diamond, personal chauffeur, international news from countries of your choice, and a day in the life. A day in the life is a way to post a video of something that you've done that is extremely exemplary. Such as this person. He is golfing atop the Burj Al Arab in Dubai. Or if you're someone that's very outgoing and you want to climb the Mount Everest, please post that as a day in the life on KarmaPage. Now let's talk about the Karma Diamond corporations. Goldman Sachs, UBS, Accenture, and for politicians, U.S. presidents, senators, governors, and international diplomats. Now that I've discussed Karma Diamond, let's talk about Karma Gold. Karma Gold offers 5-star hotel partnerships, NASDAQ and Dow Jones viewing, plus technology trends. I personally have been immersed in technology for at least the last 5 years. I love knowing what the new hottest products and services are. Instead of having to go from web page to web page to web page to find all those products and services, KarmaPage will neatly organize those within your KarmaPage and give you several of the hottest technology trends from month to month or week to week, whatever you choose. Now, some of the Karma Gold corporations. For the technology realm, Apple, Google, Oracle, IBM, and Microsoft, just to name a few. From accounting, Deloitte, KPMG, Ernst & Young, and PricewaterhouseCoopers. From finance, Citadel, Blackstone, and Morgan Stanley. Plus, from the politician side, House of Representatives and the mayors. Now, Karma Silver corporations. These corporations are Cisco, NetApp, VMware, Amazon, Symantec, HP, and Dell. Plus, from the communications side, AT&T, Verizon, and Xfinity. Karma Bronze Corporation, the final tier, or the final division within Karma Corporate, FedEx, United States Postal Service, UPS, and DHL. From the technology distributor side, Synex, Tech Data, and Ingram Micro, plus any technology companies with less than 10,000 employees. Now, as I mentioned, here at KarmaPage, we really want to increase the karma within our clients and help them achieve a better life. Here's how. Each person has the opportunity to earn a halo by becoming a vegan for a minimum of 6 months. This will be called the No Animal Harm Halo. I personally was able to contribute to veganism for an entire year. As of right now, I am a vegetarian. I will be switching back to veganism June 1st. 1 year, no alcohol. It's a halo that is going to be called the Life Change Halo. From the ages 21 to 25, I was someone who was on the verge of alcoholism. There would be times I would show up to work and unfortunately I would throw up in the toilet. It was hard for me to even work 45 hours a week. Now I work 90 hours a week. I've had car crash and I've had other bad events happen to me due to alcoholism. Before I turned 26, I started to really pay attention to Buddhism and believe in the Buddhist faith. I chose the precept of abstaining from alcohol. I took a journey to Japan to learn more about Buddhism, and I have been sober for 2.5 years now. I probably wouldn't have made it this far if I was still someone who was drinking every night or every other night. Adoption of a foster or poor child will earn you a stable life halo. My grandparents, personally, they did adopt a 3-year-old who had severe learning disabilities. Now, that child is 18 years old and he is attending college. If you ask me, they saved that person's life. 1 year without lying will get you an honest Abe halo. As I mentioned, I am a devout Buddhist, and one of the precepts within Buddhism is no false speech. Once you agree to stop lying, and once you just take a vow of truth, you alleviate a lot of stress within your life. You know, if you can't go a whole year, at least try for 1 week, and you'll notice the difference. Your life has a certain clarity without the lies. 200 hours of volunteer work will earn you a helping hand halo. I personally also practice what I preach. I do not do 200 hours.
It's 6 o'clock.
I do not do 200 hours a year of volunteering. However, I do currently volunteer at the El Camino Hospital with the Chinese Health Initiative. If I wasn't working about 90 hours a week, I probably could do the 200 hours per year and earn the helping hand halo. And finally, the coveted golden halo. This is for anyone who is an entrepreneur that's doing extremely well, CEOs of corporations, hedge fund managers. This halo is for a $500,000 charitable donation, and will earn you the golden halo. Anyone who does that, you know, with that amount of money, you can really change a lot. You can help an organization change for the better, or whatever your charity that you choose. That means a lot. So, with Karma Page, kindness always receives meaningful accolades. My final question is, how is your karma? Thank you to Brett Waters, lecturer at Stanford University, CEO at Tivix, Sri Raghavelakabundi, the senior software engineer at Google, and fellow Stanford scholars. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
I will send this video
Perfect.
to you, Tara.
Was I speaking clearly?